Hi there, students. As bold as brass. Okay, this is a phrase meaning without fear. Bold means brave and confident. So if you are as bold as brass, you're not afraid at all. You are very confident. I would have never dared do it, but my friend went up to the prettiest girl in the room, as bold as brass, and asked her to go out with him. So I was too nervous to do it, but my friend went up to her, and as bold as brass, he said, will you go out with me? And she said yes. So if you're bold as brass, you're not ashamed, you're not embarrassed, although maybe your behavior is surprising or shocking or annoying to other people. So everybody else was wearing a suit, but he came to the meeting bold as brass, dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. Okay, as bold as brass, they did the drugs deal in front of the police station. You need to be as bold as brass in your approach to doing this. So brazen, shameless, unabashed, very cheeky, very forward. She marched into his office as bold as brass and said, you need to give me a pay rise. Yeah, she marched into the shop and as bold as brass, she demanded her money back. He came up to me and as bold as brass, he told me to lend him £100. Yeah, she marched in there, bold as brass, demanded a pay rise. He walked into the meeting as bold as brass, wearing absolutely nothing at all. Okay, so as bold as brass, without shame, without worry about it, very bold, very forward, very impudent, even though other people might find it arrogant or pushy or brash. It was his first day in the job, and as bold as brass, he asked for an hour off at the end of the day. The British always think that jumping the queue is a very bad thing, but the man walked to the front and as bold as brass pushed his way into the line. Okay, so as bold as brass, very to the point of rudeness. She went to the manager's office and as bold as brass demanded her money back. The little chihuahua, as bold as brass, went into the lion's pen and started eating the lion's food. So shameless, audacious, impudent. Nobody had invited her to the wedding, but she went to the wedding anyway, as bold as brass. So you're doing something without being ashamed, without being embarrassed. You do it anyway. Let's see. There is a suggestion that this comes from Lord Mayor Brass Crosby, or he was Lord Mayor of London in the 1770s, and he defied the British Parliament. But some people say that this is not the origin. So, well, it's a possible origin. Yeah, confident to the point of impudence, brazen and shameless. As bold as brass, he told my mum exactly what he thought of the situation. Yeah, so this is with extreme confidence, or perhaps without the due respect and politeness that people show. But very often, if you don't do something as bold as brass, nobody's going to invite you to do it. So you're showing a high degree of confidence. You're doing directly what you believe it is right. So if you're as bold as brass, there's confidence exuding out of you. So, formality, bold as brass. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 in formality. Use anywhere in except something very, very formal. So, as bold as brass.